Hey everybody, and welcome back. What another great weekend of college football we had, and it's time for the weekly resume ranking. This week there are 15 undefeated teams that remain and 15 one-loss teams that remain. It's going to remain a two-loss team or better that is a good win this week. Here we go, let's get started. USC is number 1, 6-0 with good wins over Rice, Washington State, Oregon State. UCLA 6-0 with wins over South Alabama, Washington, and Utah. Tennessee is 5-0, wins over Pittsburgh, Florida, and LSU. Ohio State is 6-0 with wins over Notre Dame and Toledo. Georgia is number 5, 6-0 with wins over Oregon and South Carolina. Clemson is 6-0 with the win over Wake Forest and NC State. Mississippi is 6-0 with wins over Troy and Kentucky. Now here's where it gets interesting. I value your good wins over the amount of losses you have. If you followed this, that means that three good wins and 2 losses, you're ahead of a team that has 2 good wins and 2 losses, or 2 good wins and 1 loss, etc. So Notre Dame comes in at 3-2, number 8, with wins over Cal, North Carolina, and BYU, and their losses are to Ohio State and Marshall. Oregon comes in at number 9, 5-1, with 2 good wins. BYU and Washington State, their losses to Georgia. Wake Forest rounds out the top 10, 5-1, with wins over Liberty and Florida State. They lost to Clemson. So we move up here. TCU comes in at number 11, 5-0, with that win over Kansas. Great game. Number 12 is Alabama, 6-0 with the win over Texas, which is looking better now. Michigan comes in at number 13, 6-0 with the win over Maryland. Oklahoma State, number 14, 5-0 with the win over Baylor. Penn State, number 15, 5-0 with the win over Purdue. Syracuse, 5-0 with the win over Purdue. And here's Purdue, 17, 4-2 with wins over Minnesota and Maryland. Their losses are to Penn State and Syracuse. NC State comes in at number 18, 5-1 with the win over Florida State and lost to Clemson. Kansas is still number 19, 5-1 with the win over Duke, lost to TCU. Number 20 is Mississippi State, 5-1 with the win over Memphis, lost to LSU. Number 21 is Tulane, 5-1 with the win over Kansas State and lost to Southern Miss. Liberty is number 22, 5-1 with the win over UAB and lost to Wake Forest. San Jose State is number 23, 4-1 with the win over UNLV, lost to Auburn. Coastal Carolina is 6-0 with no good wins and no losses, and it just so happens James Madison is 5-0 with no good wins and no losses. Them are the only 2 teams with no good wins, no losses. So it's a good point to stop right there at 25 teams. Thank you all, and remember to like the video, share it, subscribe, and stay tuned for my top 10, which is the 10 teams that I believe are the best in the nation, and that will come out either tonight or tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.